Looks like they're safe too.
The Adventures of Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn is the inevitable license title of Spielberg's new animated feature. The first thing that struck me about Tintin was the fact that this is a PEGI 12 rated game. This rating has been awarded for its violence, but the violence in Tintin could not be more child friendly. When you punch someone you get cuckoo clock sound effects, and once unconscious, enemies have stars floating around their heads. Many licensed games feel cheap and underbaked. Tintin doesn't feel cheap, but it certainly feels old. The game design harks back to PlayStation 1 platformers like Hercules. The game is mostly a 2D platformer, with occasional 3D sections, but the transition is needless and often jarring. The levels are based around different areas, a house, a dock, a factory, etc. But they are designed in a way that only serves the platforming and makes no sense outside of that context. You don't side-scroll, but work through each area until you unlock the path for progression. The design is so old school, you almost forget you're playing a current generation title. Graphically, Tintin follows the visual code of the film, and is successful in maintaining the style of the film with lower grade graphics. However, that isn't to say Tintin looks great. Levels are pretty basic affairs and never look beautiful or even impressive, and the character models look good, but the animation lacks any emotion.
Just tell me what you know.
During dialogue scenes, characters show very little facial expression aside from moving lips. Still, while Tintin lacks polish, it has some fun combat animations, and it is always a laugh to leave a villain in a crumpled heap. The levels are simple, but should present enough of a challenge for children to feel rewarded at reasoning out the basic puzzles. The variety of enemies and strategies needed keep the action from getting too stale, but the game will occasionally throw a curveball, introducing new mechanics like a pirate sword fight, and throw all your skills out of the window. These sections are clearly designed to utilise the Connect functionality, but they are so obtuse when using a controller, you start to wonder if waving your arms about would really improve the experience. Sadly, the whole feature reeks of Microsoft interference. I'm sorry, but nothing has come out to justify Microsoft's expensive webcam, and Tintin doesn't even justify using it, let alone owning it. One thing that Tintin does excel at is the audio. The voice work is generally good, though Tintin is pretty annoying.
Right. She is a beauty.
Dialogue is repeated when retrying a level, but the whimsical one-liners are a nice touch, even if you might hear them 5 times. Tintin also has an excellent score, courtesy of the great John Williams, coming straight from the film, and it goes a long way towards unifying the two experiences. So, is Tintin worth your purchase? Ironically, if you are over 12, probably not. While it can be fun, most people will find the odd changes of style frustrating, and the best bits too simple. Still, if you have young kids and they enjoyed the film, they will likely love the opportunity to relive the adventure.
I think we're going to make it!